What is up, Cage Siders? It's your boy Sean here after a long hiatus. I've been waiting for this hot tag. I've been waiting for a while. Somebody's been taking a beating on my behalf, and I hope that's not you, dearest viewer. I thank you for waiting, and hope whoever's watching this. I thank you for watching. I'm not exactly sure why. I guess yeah, that sounds stupid, but to paraphrase Gary Oldman from True Romance. I know I'm pretty, but I'm not as pretty as the said titties. So, Gino can fire me now for having said slang word for breasts on the air. But people are talking about breasts and butts on the air all the time, so I don't even know. See, I'm rusty. I can't take this much time off. So, thanks for watching. Let's reset. Big news this week, outside of the realm of WWE. Probably the bigger news to the pro wrestling world is TNA's new deal with Destination America, whatever that means. It's a channel. Some people have it, some people don't. I don't think I do. I think I'm in the same boat that Morosco's in, that I got to pay more for it, and I don't know if that's happening. So we'll see what kind of online options they provide. We'll see what kind of Canadian options they provide. Apparently that is no fans in Canada get to watch it. It is called Destination America. I don't know what anybody was expecting. So I just wanted to take a few minutes here, quick hitter as like a House Afire is supposed to be, and talk through the news that we know about TNA's landing spot at Destination America and what I think about it and why. Yay TNA! It's good that they're not going out of business, I guess, for them certainly, and for a lot of their talent. I think AJ Styles has proved that guys like Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, people like that, could probably make just as much money, if not more money, working the indies and the international circuit. So I don't think there's quite as much to the notion that these guys were going to be on the unemployment line if TNA had ceased to exist. But they seem to like working there. They have not chosen to leave and go the route that Styles has gone when the opportunity presented itself. So I guess that says something. I have kept eyes on the product a little bit, not as much as I used to. Just part of that is a time thing, and that's there's a selfish motivation to my sort of. I don't want to say that I wished that they'd gone out of business, but I would like Cage Side, and I think would like Cage Side to cover every pro wrestling venue as well as we do WWE. But the fact of the matter is that the numbers aren't there to support it. So when it's really just him, me, Hulk Holland, I almost called him Hulk Hogan. That's how I think of him. He is one of the all-time greats, and maybe my husband someday. That's a whole other story. Anyway, Keith, we do what we can, but the hits are there for WWE routinely, and not so much for other things. So that's where our energies go. As much as I would like to be writing a weekly column about Ring of Honor and really trying to immerse myself in New Japan and what that means, it's not. We don't have the bandwidth, and the market isn't demanding it, so to speak. So anyway, enough inside baseball, behind the scenes of Cage Side seats. So that's part of my own selfish. It would have been nice if I didn't have to feel bad that we weren't covering them as well as I'd like to. And maybe we'll cover them a little better. We'll see the product. Anyway, the point being that the product had actually gotten pretty good. They'd streamlined it down to more straightforward wrestling storylines, a little less faction warfare or let's put middle-aged women through tables kind of things that had driven them over the last couple of years. They still have a lot of really talented people. I mean, Bobby Roode is one of my favorite guys working in the business today. Lashley's had a hell of a run with them. MVP's a really talented guy who's getting a chance to shine on television for the first time in a while. Eric Young, Austin Aries, like I said, the Wolves are not my favorite, but they're talented guys, and good for them for getting a chance to go on the television and to continue to go on the television. So that's, we'll see. Make no mistake, though, this is only a good deal in the sense that the company didn't go out of business. I mean, this is not what they wanted when they went out to shop for things. They would rather still be on Spike. if the money was the same, they would not have picked Destination America just because they're going to let them bring Explosion back. I don't think. I think that's understandable PR spin from them at this point, but I think that's all it is. It's a bad deal for wrestling in general. I mean, this sends another message to WWE's lousy. I don't know if that's true. I haven't actually seen the contract, but less than they wanted television rights deal that they had to re-sign with NBC Universal was like this. The fact that TNA, just as a pro wrestling company, forget their baggage of trying to be WWE light and the other things that we criticize them for. Just as somebody saying we have a pro wrestling product with a 10-year track record, do you want to air it on your network? And a lot of people said, nah, not really, or not for very much money, or not on our main network, but you can be on the barbecue channel or whatever. It's not good. It's not good. It's not going to drive advertising rates or the next contract or anything like that. So the move of wrestling's in a weird space where it's got a really passionate, vibrant fan base like you guys, like me, and gals. Sorry, don't want to, just because I said titties earlier, don't want to rule anybody out. We love our female readers and viewers. But yeah, it's not good. I mean, the niche, we're here, we're spending money on it, presumably we're spending time on it, but we're not. It's not mainstream, and things keep happening to keep it from not being mainstream. This is sort of a self-perpetuating thing. If they can focus on delivering a good, and I think that's probably their best bet, is they should probably focus on being that kind of a niche product for now, and really get us excited about it again. I mean, another reason that I don't think it would have been a horrible thing for TNA to go away, at least in its current form, and I guess they're not going to, based on the images that we saw yesterday, the Destination America promos. They're not going to do it, but a name change wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. They have had a lot of chances and they've burned a lot of bridges, and the TNA name is as synonymous with, mocking memes as it is with good wrestling, and that's tough to overcome. I mean, you wouldn't relaunch the Ford Pinto in this day and age. I don't know why that might be too old a reference for anybody, but there is negative cachet that comes along with a bad brand name, and right now TNA is a bad brand name. So I think they need to avoid trying to do the same things that they tried to do before. I don't know, the rumor being that they're going to sign Alberto Del Rio, and that it could be indicative of the same kind of mistakes from the past, but it doesn't have to be. I think they can be smart about it. I don't know what their deal is going to be. That's going to be a big factor too, is what kind of talent deals they sign. The word is that they might be much more flexible than they've been in the past about letting people work other TV or at least other shows. They've always been pretty flexible about letting people work indie shows as long as they weren't televised, is my understanding. And it looks like there might be some more flexibility beyond that now, which could be key for them to grow and to really be able to attract talent who, basically then anybody who the WWE isn't interested in would want to work for TNA, because it would be national TV exposure of a kind, even though it's not Viacom Spike. It's still, being in 40 million homes or whatever they estimate Destination America is in, and Europe and some of their other Asian markets, is not a bad deal for somebody if it's not stopping you from doing anything else. And I think it would also be smart for them to go to sort of a TV-only product. I think they've gotten away from pay-per-views, which is smart for them. It was never a moneymaker. There's some question about whether it was even a break-even proposition for them. And, they rarely, I can't remember very many creatively satisfying pay-per-views either. So they seem to be doing better with this model of, taping 4 to 6 shows in a couple of days, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's, that seems like it would be, you could get a hot crowd, pack them in, spend a little bit more money and stay in New York and Philly and those markets if that's what you want to do. It's better than playing to empty baseball stadiums or that crowd they had in Bethlehem, PA. And, crank them out. And like I said, and get us, the internet fan, the hardcore fan, excited about your product again, and then try to grow from that base, as opposed to, boom, we want to be at Disney World with Hogan and Sting right off the bat. It didn't work. It almost drove you out of business. It's just it doesn't seem like it seems like you've proven that that's not a formula that will work. So let's go this other route, which is kind of a crowded space right now. Ring of Honor's there. It looks like GFW is going to be there. I think Lucha Underground is there. But you can have a different product without. I think all those companies can compete there because, like I said, we are hardcore fans and we are willing to dedicate the time for it if you deliver us a quality product in return. And there's talent there to do that if they keep booking things the way they've been booking them. So, I'm not sure the TNA deserves this chance, but they've got it, and I hope they make the most of it. And if they don't, I guess, my contract's for a few years, so I guess we're just going to have to deal with it.